to be clear, Brian Cornell, the CEO of Target, is not my friend, and I do hope to offend him.
We're rolling. We're rolling.
This is a real thing. Real thing.
None of you have the balls to stop this. Stop this.
I've got plenty of time. I have nothing else going on today.
We're in the Wedge neighborhood right now.
We are back on the Wedge Life podcast for another Harrowing Personal Story, our very popular mini-series. And it's getting bad out there. A lot of people are having harrowing personal stories lately. So this, by comparison, not the most harrowing personal story you'll hear, but very entertaining. I'm speaking with Deborah Copperud, my friend. We did a Lisa Goodman themed cooking segment together.
You should link that in the show notes. That's a classic.
Deborah had a substack, a very popular substack called Deborah Copperud Shops at Target, right?
That's right.
And now Deborah no longer shops at Target. You may have heard Target has capitulated in advance to the Trump administration by dropping their DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. And in response, Deborah was like, no more, not doing it. Tell me your harrowing personal story.
Okay, the harrowing story begins last weekend when my household is out of a lot of essential items like milk, Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, toilet paper, sparkling ice, this bottled beverage that my kids like to drink. We're out of Dove soap. We're out of so many things, and I'm adding them all in my Target Circle app, thinking that I'm going to go do a drive-up order like I often do at the beginning of the week to get things right in my house again. So I have like a big order in the Circle app, but I haven't hit buy it yet because I just keep adding things to it. And I didn't really pay attention to the news over the weekend because I've been kind of on, for your mental health, you have to like take breaks from the news right now. So then I open up the newspaper on Monday morning and I see this giant headline that Twin Cities Pride is uninviting Target to the June Pride celebration and saying, don't even give us money to put on this party. So I read into it, and Target on Friday had sent a memo to their employees saying that they were ending their DEI initiatives. They were going to stop reporting stats on diversity to, I can't think of the name of the organization. But anyway, it was like rolling back all of this stuff that they had implemented since 2020 that conscientious consumers like me, felt good about shopping at Target for. So I had to delete my Target app and that whole order, and I lost my whole drive-up routine, which made shopping so easy. As a mom of 3 with a minivan, it saved me so much time. But I have to shop with a good conscience, and so I deleted the app. And then I was gonna write a email to Target, and then when I'm typing it up, I was like, some chat bot is gonna read this and delete it. Right. So then I pitched it to the Huffington Post or HuffPost, and they published it. So now everybody knows about my Target decision.
It's much better than an email to customer service. Is do a big thing that becomes a national, gets some national attention. So Target had become, I read it, and it seems like Target had become a big part of your life. You do a lot of shopping, you get a lot of stuff at Target. Has it created a big hole for you?
Well, I think a lot of my peers in South Minneapolis with, kids and dogs and stuff like that, it just has become an ingrained part of my routine to do the drive-up order or to shop there. I don't even go into this. I haven't been going to the stores that much, but I think Richfield Target, Edina Target, those are just regular stops for people. So now I just need to figure out where I'm going to get those groceries that I was buying at Target every week. I don't know. did hear from somebody, another mom who tried like the Jerry's app and didn't have a very good experience, but then she tried the Cub app and they have a drive up option, and she said that that worked great. A little different than Target because you have to pick it up within like a certain narrower time window. So yeah, it's going to be a huge lifestyle adjustment, John. Very harrowing indeed.
I said it became a big part of your life. Like, you created a substack called Deborah Copperud Shops at Target. You were like writing about your experiences at Target, right?
Yeah, going farther back, like I used to just post like funny pictures from the aisles of Target on Facebook, and then when I decided to start a Substack, I just put the name Deborah Copperud Shops at Target, which is not what it's called anymore.
Yeah, you've also changed the name of Substack. It'd be kind of like if I gave up Aldi. People who know me know just I'm an Aldi fanatic. It's a block from where I live. It's very integral to my lifestyle. And I'm purposely not reading any news about Aldi because I'm sure they've done some terrible stuff too. I'm staying away from it because then I would have to take a stand and stop shopping there. I don't think I could. You know that saying, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism? I'm wondering if the same applies to living under Trump. Maybe there's no ethical consumption under Trumpism. And like, Deborah, you might replace Target with something else that it'll be a corporation that maybe isn't any better than Target. Have you thought about that? Like, what are the ethical choices here?
Yeah, this is about me shopping with my conscience, which like I think if you can shop at a co-op, like the Seward Friendship Store is one place that I like to buy like produce. I just can't get all my groceries there. I can feel like really good about that purchase. There is no ethical consumption though under capitalism. You are right about that. But I think there's like gradations of better consumer choices. I mean, I think it's possible this might send them a message like, what if their sales dip for this quarter? Maybe they're going to like, because I'm not the only person. Like Nikema Levy-Armstrong had like a big protest. She's calling for a boycott. Shaletta Brundage wrote a big thing in the Star Tribune about not shopping there at the moment. And the DEI implications go like even farther than I was initially thinking. Like I saw a comment on social media about a mom who likes to shop at Target because of they sell adaptive clothing for special needs kids, which she pointed out like that could be considered a DEI initiative. Like what if they stop making that type of apparel? Where is she gonna buy it?
You talk about there's different gradations of terrible. And so I'm wondering, like, we're attacking a local corporation. You talked about how, like, a lot of your friends work at Target. You live in Minneapolis, you know a lot of people who work at Target. So it feels like, even though it's a massive corporation, I'm shopping local. Why are we targeting Target? Of all people, I know what they're doing is bad. There are other, more evil corporations we could target.
Well, sure, there's tons of other more evil corporations. Like, I haven't shopped at Walmart in decades because Walmart came into my hometown and built up, like, on the outskirts of town, a huge Walmart that killed some small businesses on Main Street. So I've been practicing this type of less bad consumerism for a long time. I mean, pretty much the only place left will be to shop at is the co-op, I guess. I do not want to offend people I know that work at Target. And to be clear, Brian Cornell, the CEO of Target, is not my friend, and I do hope to offend him. But I don't fault anybody who works at Target except for like those top C-suite guys. You know, like my brother is a pharmacist, and he and I can talk about like the overprescription of gabapentin, and like I'm not blaming him even though he works in the industry.
Were we wrong to ever think Target was like good? Like, you talk about the reason you shopped there, you felt good about it. Like, I'm patronizing someplace that does better, that tries better. Was that all a mirage? Like, they didn't do that. They did that because they thought it would be good for business, right? Like, this image we're creating for ourselves will be popular. We will make more money because of it. And as soon as it looked like that wouldn't work for them, they dropped it. Like, were we wrong? Did we make wrong assumptions, or what?
I mean, I think the line in my piece was like, I had like twisted my mind around like convincing myself, like by shopping at Target, I'm shopping local, which like I know I'm not really patronizing a small business when I'm shopping at Target. Were we always wrong to think that shopping at Target was doing good? I mean, yes and no. Like, they do give back a lot of money to local like arts organizations and nonprofits. Is that a drop in their profit bucket? Yes, but it's something. I do think in like if like Dante's Circles of Hell were big places you can shop at in America, Target would probably be like on the outer layer of that instead of the inner worst level of hell. But I think if we're voting, or if we're voting with our dollars, sort of like by shopping at these places that are maybe doing these like greenwashing initiatives, but it's still better than some place that's just like blatantly destroying the environment. Like, what is that coffee, like that Rifle Coffee Company? Like, is it good to get coffee in a disposable mug? No. But maybe it's better from like a 5-watt than a rifle shop coffee.
Right. Do you have any tips and tricks? Have you learned anything? If other people are looking to shop more ethically, do you have any tips to offer, or are you still too new to your transition?
I can really only speak to like what place is going to have drive up. I can think, okay, so like ethically, I think it's probably better to shop at a grocery store where they employ union folks. And I think Lunds and Byerly's and Cub employees are union. I've heard Costco is better. Have you ever shopped at a Costco, John?
I have. It's not something I can do because I don't think you're saving that much, and it feels like you have to buy big pallets of stuff and like enormous containers that I simply cannot do as someone. I'm not driving to go anywhere. This is why I am superior to you ethically, Deborah.
Absolutely.
Never do I drive to buy anything. And like sometimes that means like I order stuff from evil Amazon because like I have to order stuff online. It just is a necessity sometimes because I can't drive out to the Home Depot. I don't know where I'm going to get some things that, like, for example, I need to do this podcast. So I'm deeply compromised, and like it's very, very difficult. Would it be better if I just bought a car and drove 30 miles to some independent electronic shop somewhere that was totally ethical?
Maybe if you rented one of those e-cars, that might be better. But
I don't drive at all. I don't drive at all.
Oh, like you don't have a driver's license.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a passport. That's what I have.
I mean, it's hard to be a person living in this kind of a world, and it's not very feasible to go like off grid. I also, Amazon is another place I haven't shopped at in a long time. And speaking of more ethical consumerism, I was excited to see that bookshop.org is now offering ebooks as an alternative to Amazon.
So here we are at the end, and I just want to say, if you heard any lip smacking in on Deborah's end, that was not Deborah. That was Deborah's dog.
Oh, can you hear her? Oh, no. Oh, but for the
Towards
YouTube.
the beginning. Yeah.
Isn't she cute?
She is very cute. And at the beginning, she was smacking her lips a lot, and I appreciate that she toned it down towards the end.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. People are going to love it. Well, Deborah, thank you for joining me and telling your harrowing personal story. Do you have any final words for the audience?
Well, thank you so much for having me, John. This was really fun. I always enjoy talking to you on the Wedge Live podcast. You could subscribe to my Substack, Deborah Copperud Volunteers. And you can message me there if you have thoughts about Target, if you have suggestions on where to shop besides Target. I'd love to hear your takes, listeners.
And quickly, where are you volunteering?
At the moment, my kids' No, I'm not even volunteering at my kids' school right now.
None of this is real, Deborah. Your whole online persona is fake.
That's what online personas are for.
Deborah Copperud volunteers. You volunteer with the DFL, don't you?
I haven't in a long time.
Okay, it's all fake.
It's all fake.
Okay, before I expose you too much further, we're done. This has been the Wedge Live podcast. I'm your host, John Edwards. Thank you for listening.
This is a real thing. Real thing.
None of you have the balls to stop this. Stop this.
I've got plenty of time. I have nothing else going on today.
We're in the Wedge neighborhood right now.